Hey, we're at Nexgen Hearing on the West Shore, and Celine, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I told you I'd shake your hand. Celine, I want to know all about hearing because, well, frankly, I'm sort of at that age where hearing is starting to go a little bit. Does that happen to everybody?
Well, it doesn't happen to everyone. It does kind of start to decline around the age 45, and then.
Oh wow! So I'm way past that verge of this type of thing happening.
Yeah. Well, you might want to come in and see me.
Now, what is the protocol for coming into Nexgen? I mean, do you have to see your doctor first and be referred, or can you just go, hey, I need something to happen?
Yeah, absolutely not. You can actually come to us. Just call, book an appointment. We'll get you in for a free hearing test.
That's right.
And then after that, if we notice any type of red flags that we need to refer you to a doctor, we will do that. So we work closely with the doctors in the community as well.
So you have audiologists who work here?
Yes, we do. Audiologists and hearing instrument practitioners.
You didn't think I knew that word, did you?
That was pretty good.
I just pulled that one up.
Very good.
So what all can you offer here? I notice you have things on shelves, hearing aids, I assume, and other items like that?
Yes, we have some assistive listening devices as well, because some people, even though they may have some slight hearing loss, might be mild, they may not at some point feel that they need hearing aids. So we can start out with amplification through assistive listening devices.
What is that? What does that look like?
So we're looking at some amplified phones here, so they can come in cordless and corded, and they have features on them that allow them to be able to turn up volume, be able to boost treble, and be able to hear more clarity of speech on the phone. So that's the main reason for having the amplified phones.
I see reluctance on the part of some people, and when I say some people, I mean older people, and I mean kind of like me, reluctance to wear hearing aids. Why do you suppose that is?
Do you know, I'm not sure why, really, because hearing aids nowadays,
it's mostly the guys, right?
Yeah, it's mainly the guys, but you know, really, hearing aids now are very easy to use. They're digital, so sound processing is much nicer sound quality to them, and they're so discreet. Once you have them on your ears, they're hard to really see.
How discreet is discreet?
Oh, well, actually, we have one right here.
Holy smokes, really?
Yeah. So it's a very tiny little speaker that sits in the ear, this part, and then a very slim tube that's quite hidden. Once it sits against the skin, it really is, you don't even notice it. And then this is the hearing aid portion with the digital sound chip inside, and the microphone sitting tucked behind the ears.
This is mind-boggling to me that something like this, I mean, it's not a toy, obviously, is it? And I guess it costs more than a couple of dollars, but it's going to make you hear okay.
Yes, exactly, yeah. So when we do a hearing test, we actually, we test them for pure tones and, get a prescription, and then we enter that prescription into the computer, and the computer reads it into the sound chip of the hearing aid. So very, very fine-tuned to each person's hearing loss.
You know what? I'd like to find out a little bit, but I want to find out a whole bunch more. I want to find out about testing and maybe a trial and stuff like that too. But can we come back a little bit later in the show and see what you actually do here?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'd love to have you here.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, welcome back to Nexgen Hearing in West Shore with Celine. And Celine, this is sort of the business area of what goes on here, isn't it? This is where people get tested?
It is, yeah. We have the sound booth here, and we have the audiometer where we do the testing.
This is the audiometer, this is the audiologist?
This is the audiologist or hearing instrument practitioner, Sue Reginald.
Oh, there we go. Hi, Sue. Hi. We can only see the back of your head, but hi nonetheless. Now, how exactly does this work, Celine?
So basically what we do is we go through some medical questions with our clients just to find out a little bit of background on if they had any surgeries on their ears, any type of pathology of the ear that's had problems and surgeries or infections. Then after that, we kind of collect information on how they do with lifestyle needs, what's their concerns with their hearing, and once we have that collected, we actually bring them into the sound booth and we start a basic hearing test, which is...
So we have someone in there. Actually, that's Mike. We're sort of doing a demonstration here because nobody really wants to be seen being tested and all on camera, but what, a number of tones are played in there or something?
Yes, they're pure tones. So we test from 250 hertz to 8,000 hertz. That's usually within the speech range. The alphabet is within that range, or we call it the speech banana.
So you can determine where the area of hearing loss might be?
Exactly, yeah. So we have them, we start out at a comfortable level of loudness, and then we start to decrease the sound. So
I'm
really
kind of curious. Can I stick my head in there?
Yes, you can.
Since I have a microphone on, I might be able to hear. Okay, I can hear the tone, so that must mean I'm okay. Oh, now it's gone. Okay, well, that's exciting. Hey, Mike, sorry, we can't stay in there forever, but I think he's getting claustrophobic. So at that point, you determine, again, what the range of hearing loss is, and then you can recommend the proper hearing device for somebody.
You bet, yes. Yeah, we actually collect pure tones, so we do some speech testing, and we do a bone conduction test. So we collect all different types of testing protocol for to collect the information as to what hearing loss they have.
Dollars and cents wise, I guess there's quite a price range between where you can start and where you go to, and depending on what you want, I suppose.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So they start from $695, and they can go all the way up to over $3,000 each.
Can you get a trial? I mean, try it out for a while and see how it works?
Yes, you can. We have a 21-day free trial period, so it allows the person during our 90-day full refundable trial, but the first 21 days are free, no money down. So it allows a person to actually go into the different situations in their life on a daily basis that they're having problems with, and just notice the benefits of what hearing aids can do to help them.
So many other questions. I know there's, what, like 12 locations on the island, is
there? There is, yes. Yes.
And I imagine you have a website where people can find out more information and where the closest location is?
We do, yeah. Yeah.
You people are also user-friendly. Well, you know, we've only sort of hit the tip of the iceberg here because I've been looking around at different services and things you offer, so maybe we can come back on a subsequent day and check out some more stuff.
Absolutely. Sounds great.
Nexgen Hearing, they're everywhere, and maybe I could be tested too.
I would love you to come in and be tested. I think that's a great idea.
Thanks, Elaine.
You're welcome.
Hey, we're at Nexgen Hearing out in the West Shore location. Celine is with us. We were here before talking about hearing, and I know we spoke about a whole bunch of different things, hearing aids and testing and what have you, but there's so much more. And then it dawned on me, what if you protect your hearing in the first place and then you don't need all of that stuff?
That is a very smart question.
Really? You know, it's the only one I've ever asked you.
Yes, we actually, not only do we fit hearing aids and amplified devices, but we also encourage young adults and just people in general to protect their hearing. So we have some devices here that they can actually come and purchase.
Well, yeah, like Western Speedway is just down the road.
Yeah.
Rock the Shores is going to be down the road over here in a couple of months or so.
Yeah,
and I mean, those are both areas that put a huge stress on your little eardrums.
Yeah, they do. They do. So, you know, it's really important to make sure that, you know, especially at a younger age, that you try to conserve what you have. So we even make musician plugs custom made. So people can come in, we do an impression of their ears, and they can actually order musician plugs, noise plugs.
So the musicians, and then they would have their little speaker thing in there?
Yeah, there's actually what musicians can actually have a device that's attached to them, their monitor, as well that there's filters. So for people who are listening to music or in a band, they can actually have the musician plugs with the filters in them. So they're different strengths of filters depending on what type of music it is. So yeah.
So many different things go on here at Nexgen Hearing. We have like 12 locations all around the island, I understand.
We do, yes.
And hearing aids, obviously, that's what people are probably going to come in the first place for, to have their hearing tested. tested.
Yeah.
And last time we were in here, you were showing me a hearing aid that's so tiny. And I understand another one, and we don't have one here, unfortunately, to show.
Yeah.
But you can link into your iPhone, so
Yeah.
you can have a hearing aid and you'll hear your iPhone.
Yeah, it's actually becoming more exciting for us as consultants because now we can tap into the wireless technology with hearing aids. So this one in particular works with the iPhone.
Yeah.
So you download an app on your iPhone, and that is your remote control. You're able to adjust volume up and down, treble and bass. They can actually stream music through the iPhone, and you can stream an iPod or podcast. So GPS, anything that
You're so
wireless.
technologically aware, you lost me at iPhone back there somewhere.
Yeah, well, yes.
And you get earplugs for kids for going in the water too, which is
We
just
do.
some tiny little thing.
Yeah.
Well, again, this is sort of the front end area. I want to go back and check out a little bit more. Well, maybe could we see how somebody's fitted for a hearing aid?
Oh, for sure, yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Come on down there.
Here I am standing here like this. I don't know what that means. We'll be back in a couple of seconds. Let's go have a look.
Okay.
Hey, we're back at Nexgen Hearing, and we've been talking about hearing aids, ways to protect your hearing and what have you, Celine.
Yes.
What's going on here?
So what we're doing here is we're actually fitting a hearing aid, and one of the steps that we need to make sure of is that the hearing aid is working to specifications.
Okay.
So
And now this is after you've determined what type of hearing aid you want, I suppose.
yes, exactly. So now this is the fitting, and what we need to do is we actually enter the hearing loss into this machine here for each ear, and it runs a test to ensure that it's like a verification
That's
test.
the graph up there, we say?
Yeah, it's the graph there. Yeah, it's the right ear. Yeah. So now Sue is just doing a test to make sure that she's verifying the hearing aid is working properly for the person's prescription. So.
Now, this gets fitted on here and tested and what have you, but what happens if 2 or 3 weeks down the road suddenly you go, oh, this isn't working for me?
Yeah, that's a good question. After the fitting, we normally will monitor the person very closely. So we usually schedule a 1 to 2 week appointment after the fitting, just to make sure and follow up that the sound quality is comfortable for the client. If they have any concerns or questions, that we can cover that. So we can do fine tuning to the hearing aids, which is wonderful. Yeah. So if the hearing changes along the way, we just retest their hearing. We do another test, verification test, and we can reprogram the hearing aids. So
Okay. Mike, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. I guess I don't need to yell now, which is kind of a rude thing to do anyhow, I'm sure. So pricing starts from where, about 6 something?
So again, $695 is our economy hearing aid, and it can go all the way up to over $3,000 each.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as expensive or inexpensive as it may sound, you do guarantee the price in town, I understand.
Yes, we do. Actually, we have a price matching guarantee, but we also better it by reimbursing 15% of the difference in the cost that they bring in.
And you have a monthly draw.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we have a monthly draw for a $5,000 hearing aid. So anyone who comes in for a hearing test and is eligible and a candidate for hearing aids is entered into the draw.
And one more thing, if people are coming back for a new hearing aid, they can bring their old one in.
Yes.
And the aid is donated.
Yeah, we encourage that. There's a lot of hearing aids sitting in drawers at home. So we encourage people to bring their hearing aids in, and when they donate them, they actually are refurbished. We donate them to children in Africa and Inuit children, and they also receive a solar-powered battery charger.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah.
I love you guys. Okay,
Thank you.
It's Nexgen Hearing, 12
Yes.
locations all around Vancouver Island.
Yeah.
Probably easy enough to find just by Googling you guys.
Yeah, we
Go to
have
your
a website. Yeah, absolutely. So all the information's there. So pretty easy to get through the website. We've made it user-friendly.
User-friendly is always the way to go.
That's right.
Celine, thank you very much for this. Mike, thank you for being such a great model, too. He's so quiet. Thanks, you guys. Okay.
Okay, thank you.